Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the second video in my new DIY Studio McGee series. We're going to be creating the limestone knot figurine that was released with the Studio McGee Threshold collection. So this is just a really beautiful piece that you can style on any stack of books, put it on your coffee table, just put it in wherever you want in your house and it'll just really elevate your space. So I'm very excited to create that for you guys today. If you missed the first video in this series, then definitely go back and check it out. I made a DIY wood bead garland that was with the Studio McGee Threshold collection. And it's back here. It's so beautiful. I'm very happy with how it turned out, so definitely go and check that out. If you guys like this series, then give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure that you turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that are coming out in this series. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. To create this figurine, I'm going to be using some air dry clay, a couple of paints, paint brushes, and a bowl of water for smoothing out the clay. First, we're going to take a generous amount of clay and start shaping it into a log. We're going to roll it out from the center to the edges to get a nice smooth finish until it's about 12 inches long by 3 inches wide. Next, we're going to take the end of our loop and pinch off some clay. Then we're going to take the end of a paintbrush and stipple the ends of the clay just to help the ends adhere better together, and also add a little bit of water to help in the adhesion process as well. We're going to push these two pieces together to connect them and really just start to work the clay to connect the pieces really well. You want to make sure that the hole in the middle is the same diameter as the width of the clay loop so that the next loop that we make will be able to fit through the center. So I'm going to stretch out the center of this hole so that it is the same diameter as the width of the loop. Lastly, you just want to take a little bit of water and smooth out any bumps that are in the clay. Since this is air dry clay and it's so thick, it's going to take a long time to dry without any help, so I'm going to be putting it in the oven. Now that our loop is completely hardened, we can start to work on the next loop. So we're just going to repeat the same process of getting out the clay, rolling it, pinching off the ends, stippling it, wetting the ends, and now we're going to slip the other loop through this previous donut and connect them. I found that using the end of this paintbrush really helped to fit down in the cracks to be able to smooth and connect those edges a little better. And lastly, you just want to smooth out any lumps that are in the clay. Now that the second loop is done and we are going to be prepping it for baking, I'm going to fold up some aluminum foil to slip through the pieces so that they aren't touching. I'm going to put one through the top and one piece of aluminum foil on the other end as well. This will prevent the pieces of clay from sticking together so that they can still move around freely after they have hardened. And now I'm just going to pop it in the oven for the same amount of time as the previous. Once your clay is hardened and you're able to remove it from the oven, let it cool completely, and then you can take out your aluminum foil pieces, and this actually worked out very well because my clay didn't stick together at all and was able to move around freely. Now I'm just going to take a bit of sandpaper and sand out any of the rough, bumpy patches that I wasn't able to smooth out. To get the same look as the Studio McGee limestone knot, I'm going to give this clay a nice base coat of paint using white and brown to make a nice cream color. I'll just apply this all over, making sure to move the figurine around so that I'm getting every single bit. I was also able to move the loop around so that I could get the pieces that were on the inside of the hole. Next, to add a little bit more texture and dimension, I'm going to be mixing some gray paint with water to thin it out, and using a stiff bristled brush, I am just flicking the paint all over the figurine to create these gray textured dots. To blend this out and make it look more natural, I'm going to be using this bare paint sample that I had on hand in the color Almond Latte. I'm just going to paint this on all over just to blend it in seamlessly. Next, to create even more dimension, I'm going to be mixing brown paint into the Almond Latte color to darken it up just a little bit, and we'll be drawing a bit of veining throughout the figurine. To blend this in really well, I'm going to go back over it with the Almond Latte color very lightly just to blend it in seamlessly. That was our last step, so here is the final product. That's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you are able to recreate this limestone knot figurine. If you do, then let me know in the comments below. And also let me know if you guys have any Studio McGee pieces that you want me to DIY. So leave that in the comments below so that I can get those made for you guys. If you guys like this series, then give this video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the future videos in this series. That's all I have for you guys today, so I'll see you in the next one.